What's happening, YouTube? My family, man. Back with another review for y'all, man. Today we doing this, what year is this, Augustine?
It's a 2017.
2017 Z06 Corvette. I don't forgot what we were doing, man. 2017 Z06 Corvette. But, man, I ain't gonna. It's Augustine. Augustine right here, man. Salesman. Good dude. But, yeah, we're gonna get right to it. We're gonna get to talking about the car. I've never been in one of these vets, so I don't know nothing about it. Good thing he came with me, so we're finna talk all about it. Start with these wheels. What size are these? 285, 30, 19s. Brembo brakes. That the 8-piston?
Yes, sir.
8-piston brake. 8-piston. We got the Z06 supercharged emblem right here with the vents. The vents right there. I like this color too. It looks silver in the camera, but the color actually is like a blue, lightish blue. Lightish blue. Look good though. In the back you got 335s in the back. 335, 25, 20s. You got a way wider tire in the back. Way wider tire in the back. The trunk, got the trunk space right here. Can't put too much back there, but hey, it's a Corvette. Sports car. Got the exhaust right here in the center. With these tail lights factory like that, it's just clear with the red.
What do you mean?
No, like on some of the tail lights, the actual cover part look red.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, these actually look clear.
Yeah, you could change those up.
Okay. Nah, it look good like that. I just ain't never paid attention or noticed that they was like that. I never noticed that before. Got the vents back here too.
Yeah, they got strands in them also. See that?
Yeah.
Kind of sets them apart.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I ain't never noticed. Noticed
deep
that.
set in there. And then see all these fins right here? You know, you see vehicles, they have these fins and all this stuff on the hood. You know, it's just for show.
Yeah.
These actually are to disperse heat and get air to areas where you need heat, to the brakes, to the back exhaust area.
Yeah.
Same here, it just foils through there, and it's got vents all the way through this vehicle to cool down the vehicle.
That's cool right there. Yeah, that's something
I just for looks. Those have function too.
Yeah, it's actually functional. That's something I never noticed that.
Yeah, that's blowing air straight down into the rotors and everything.
Yeah.
To the back end
See,
here.
You can't really see where it goes through.
Look how big the rotor is on that thing. When you go,
oh yeah.
When you have 650 horsepower, you need to stop quick. You need a man-size, a beefy rotor.
Yeah.
And you got the Brembo brakes there too. But look how thick that rotor is.
That's
huge.
big. That's real big.
There's only one other rotor I've seen bigger than that. That's on the ZL1.
ZL1?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real big right there. I ain't pay no attention how big it really was until you said it. Oh, what's this? These cameras? Oh, cameras right there? Never knew that. These cameras right here in the front?
What's that?
These right here?
Yeah, it's got a camera for the approach angle.
Yeah.
You know, it's real low to the ground, so under 15 miles an hour,
yeah,
it'll actually take a picture of the ground surface so you can see what you're dealing with down there.
Yeah.
Once you get past 15 miles an hour, the camera will go off. But
okay.
Yeah, you have a camera there. Also, there's a data system where you can plug into, and you can track all your data from when you're driving and stuff, especially if you're racing or doing something on a track.
Yeah.
You can pull all that data.
Okay, okay.
There's the engine right there. LT4.
Boy, that look like a beast. Yeah, that look like a beast.
Got the carbon fiber on top also. Nice little touch.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, these tops are easy to take off. It's a one-man job. You just gotta, it's real simple. You just unlock it from the top here, and it just fits out. It just pops out, and then you just grab it. You can do it on your own. It takes a little practice, but it's not too hard. And always, like when you're putting the top back in, you never want to force everything. It should always be a smooth maneuver. So when you pop it back in, and you go to lock the locks on the front, it should be easy. If it's not locking or something, that means you don't have it right. You got to line it up just right, and it should be real easy. It should always be real easy.
My brother had a Corvette, and well, he still got it, but his top come off. So one day he had took it off, put it on. So we driving down the street and forgot to lock it. The whole top flew off.
Wow.
Whole top flew off while we was
Back in the 80s, the tops were. And I can tell you, all the top salespeople went. We do all our Chevy trainings at Texas Motor Speedway. We all got to drive the Grand Sport on the racetrack with a professional driver leading us. We got up to about 150 miles per hour, and I can tell you, that's the smaller engine, the 450. This is supercharged here, 650. The other one's 455. The 455 engine on the track going 150. It's like it was saying, "Come on, Daddy, push me more." So I can imagine what the Z06 would be like. You're talking 200 plus miles an hour, no problem.
Oh man,
I mean, smooth too.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's what I like about. That's what I like about Chevys though. Yeah. They handling when you going that fast. They handling so much.
Yeah, it's just,
so much better.
When you're on the track, it makes a big difference too. That track's made for high speed. But, you don't want to be going 200 out here on the open roads too often, anyways.
Exactly.
And also, this material here, if you notice, this material that encapsulates the front headlight, this is the same material that they use for professional football helmets. So it's the same material to deflect rocks and things like that. It's made out of the same material that the professional football players' helmets are made out of.
Oh, that's big.
Yeah, it's real tough plastic.
Big sturdy right there. Ain't nothing going through that. Nothing going through that. What? Oh, I thought maybe there was some fog lights down there or something.
Yeah, the fog lights are actually, the lights on these are LEDs inside the...
Oh, they right there.
The last 3 years they've came in with those LEDs.
Yeah.
And you know, LEDs uses less energy. They're much brighter and they look really nice.
So those little vents down there are actually more functional, like vents type.
Air induction.
Yeah.
It's all foiling air down here, straight into the brake calipers.
Yeah.
Down to the lower part of the steering configuration.
Man, it's got a whole bunch of stuff on this car that you wouldn't just notice unless I know I wouldn't have noticed none of this. A lot of this stuff. I wouldn't have noticed a lot of this.
Yeah, this one's called Sterling Blue Metallic.
Sterling Blue Metallic.
It's like a light baby blue. It's an icy baby blue. It's a good looking color.
That's what I'm trying to tell me. It looks silver on camera.
It does.
But in person, it actually looks like a blue.
If you come inside, go ahead and get down in there. See how this top comes off. You just lower these down, lower this down, pull that off. Pull that off. Like I said, it's always got to be smooth. You should never be forcing anything or bending anything.
Yeah.
If you look, it's ready to go now.
Yeah.
It's pressure fit back here, so you just pull it forward, lift it off, and that's it. So when you put it back on,
you just close these.
And like I said, if you're trying to push it and it's hard to do, something's wrong.
Not right.
So it should line up real smooth. So just have those off like that. Just lock them back. So you unlock, lift it up, pull it forward, and oh, I'm sorry, you got to release this one back here too. Okay, so we got these two release these. This one right here. You push this up, and there's a little release lever here.
Okay.
And that comes down. So I'm free now.
Yeah.
See? And it's made out of fiberglass, so it's real, and the carbon, so it's real light. Okay. Yeah. And that'll store right back in the back part.
Oh yeah, that's light.
So look, when you push it back down, I lock this back tail first. Tail's locked, you hear it click. It should sound just like that. Click, and then push these. Like I said, nothing should be forced. Just lock this back down, boom, tight. And like I said, once you get it down, you'll be able to do it on your own. A lot of the guys that we work with that have bought these Corvettes, they do it. They can do it no problem, real fast, and it'll fit. It fits right in the back in that last area we were telling you, and just sits back there really cool, like the Batmobile.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I like about this exhaust? You know what that exhaust reminds me of?
What's that?
An airplane. Does it remind me of an airplane? Or some kind of drag car, like some kind of like.
Yeah. It's definitely unique.
Yeah.
It's definitely unique. I always liked it though. About the Corvette. This one, most of them just have two, right? Or
This reminds me of some kind of supersonic vehicle. You know the way that exhaust is set up.
Yeah.
Man, I think it's very well done like that. I think it looks good. It looks mean.
So do the
Sounds
Z06s come with 4 and the other ones come with 2 or something like that?
What do you mean?
Like for just 2, like just 2 of these. Like I done seen them where it's just instead of 4 pipes,
They just have the 2?
Yeah, they just have the 2.
I don't know. I'm thinking about the Camaro. I think all the Corvettes have.
All of them like that.
But I can tell you this: you have 4 settings for your transmission. When you gear your transmission, it changes the sound on the exhaust. So when you go to a track model, you're gonna get a more throaty, mean sounding, and you're gonna get more torque in the exhaust through the setting. So when you roll through the different settings, the sports setting, track setting, you got a weather setting, and the econo setting on your transmissions. You just, and it's got a little dial. You dial them in. But when you go to different settings, you're going to notice there's going to be a difference in the exhaust, the sound of the exhaust, because it's tuned to the transmission. So a track, you know, if you put it in the T, which is track, you're going to get a much different sounding exhaust also.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Could you be able to hear it? Like you got to be in. Yeah, would you be able to hear it? Like
the difference?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it. Right now. Okay, let's start out with this.
That's sport. Oh yeah, that's a big difference. That was track. That was track right there. Big difference. Big difference.
This is touring.
Touring mode. I guess that's if you're just trying to relax and chill.
Quieter, that's economy setting.
That's economy. Eco. Oh yeah, that's eco. Yeah.
And here's a weather setting, which is good for icy weather. Hopefully you're not driving this around in the snow. But if you get stuck, this is for bad weather, rain, etc.
Yeah.
Notice you don't get that pop.
Yeah.
You get torque, but it's more air.
Yeah.
Now watch, I'm gonna go to track.
Go back to track now.
See that? Hear the difference?
That's
for racing right there.
That's a big difference.
Big difference.
Man, that sounds good too. That sounds good. That right there. Hey, that's a big difference.
Yeah, it's a big difference, huh?
That actually
The other ones are
real
pulling
good.
more air. The other one's is more throaty, giving you that torque you need for off the line. You know, that fast start stuff. But you can. I know the sport and the track sounded. You know, they both still had that throaty sound in the touring also. But once you went down to economy and weather, you didn't hear none of that. It was all gone out of there.
It was just like air trying to come out of there.
But the track was like the loudest. That was like.
That sounded
like
good.
A lion roaring, a tiger roaring.
Yeah. I had actually forgot that had all those settings in there.
You can go in there. You can show them.
Yeah, I actually forgot that had all
Yeah, the
those
dial's
settings.
here. It's mode select. And then if you look there, see where it says dismiss right there?
Yeah,
see the T? That's actually, let me see what that is. That's sport.
Go to sport. Oh, yeah.
That's track. That's weather.
Eternity right here.
Yeah. That's economy, touring. And I know the eco is for getting better gas mileage, but I don't know why you'd buy a Corvette if you're trying to get good gas mileage.
Exactly.
That's going to be hard to do.
Yeah, very hard.
And there's your sports setting, which I like to leave it in touring myself. It also, the steering's a little bit different also.
In touring, more like a
it tightens up the steering, and it tunes the steering, the exhaust, and the suspension settings.
Okay.
So we'll just keep it right now. We'll just keep it in touring. There, back to T.
Cool.
You got 5 settings there. This is your traction control. This is something we get from all the Chevys have it. Actually, here's your parking brake now. They're electronic. You know, no one likes to crunch down that old school thing where you got to pop it back up, retract it back up.
Exactly.
So now everything's electronic. They're figuring the less moving parts, less mechanical parts, the less things that can break down.
Yeah.
So this is electronically engaged. You pull it, and if you look at the brake is set there. When you push it back down, you got to press on the brake.
Press on the brake.
Brake release. As soon as you press on the brake, it'll release it, and there you go. It's telling us the trunk is open. We knew that. We got it.
Yeah. What kind of this the
Here's we can tell you about the cameras in the front. See there's the camera. There's a split. Shows you the front of the car sensors, the back of the car sensors are on. This is the front of the grade, so it gives you a picture of both, and it has one camera on the left and one camera on the right. So it's showing you what the grade's like. So if, you know, when you're going slow in and out of these parking lots, that's when this camera kicks in, and it'll tell you if there's low spots and high spots. Usually you're looking at that coming in, but just to be safe, when you're creeping out, in and out of parking spots, you can look at this. And like I said, after 15 miles an hour, this camera will go away.
Yeah.
It doesn't stay on.
That'll be confusing to me. And then that's the front.
That's the complete front, and these are the front on each side. So, and then this is your rear camera scenario here. That's just turning off the thing. And then this is the front. It says the sensors are on the front and the back. So this is SMS. This is where that's all the settings. This is the nav setting. There's your navigation. You can zoom in, zoom out, destination. You know, a lot of these you can just press this button here and just tell them, hey, find Starbucks, and boom, they'll line you up with all the closest stores for you. There's your phone scenario. This PDR is what I was talking about that you can hook in for racing. When you hook this PDR, you got to get the connectors and stuff, but this is a performance data recorder. So what this is going to do, this is going to give you all the data with the RPMs and actually give you video on when you're racing this thing. And what you do is you ingest an SD card, and you can get all that data. So if you're really avid racer and that's what you do, you know, you can use that data to help you with tuning the vehicle just how you want it. Pretty mean. This isn't no just everyday Corvette. This is a Corvette that you can actually drive on Sunday, but you can also race it on the weekends.
Yeah.
There's all your weather settings there. This is the stereo setting. Of course, it's the Bose.
Yes, I seen that. Yeah, there it
Yeah,
is.
it's up top. I was like, where is it?
Yeah, I seen it earlier.
It sounds. Yeah. Oh shoot. Oh, I'm changing the station. I did the wrong one. Hold on. I had some Wiz Khalifa on there too. I was doing good. Here we go. Here's back to Wiz Khalifa. It's up here.
Ain't got a rapper, you know it. It's down on the pin shoes, you don't need to know.
Clear.
Oh yeah, it sounds better. And one thing about this vehicle, you know, it's the sound's all been cued in for this cockpit. So when you got the door shut, you got everything going. You also have a speed sensor, so when the engine gets louder, stereo gets louder. And you got 3 settings there. You can make it low, medium, or high, to where if you're really gunning it all the time, it'll make sure that the stereo comes up so you can still hear it, so you're not getting drowned out by the motor.
Okay, so
And if you look here, each person has their own little controller here for the AC and the heat. So you got an air conditioner here, air conditioned seat. And This is for the passenger. And I got my heated seat here. Of course, when you hit one or the other, it cancels out the other one. So this is set on low, this is set on cold. So when I press that, this is set on cooling the seat. So that's the seat. And this is my AC controller. So I got my own little controller here, and then the driver has his controller right here. So
yeah, so you can actually control it from the vent right there.
I can control just mine. Yeah. So you know, this is called the relationship saver, the marriage saver. Yeah. So you got the wife over here who's always cold. Yeah. Like, honey, turn it up. Well, he can stay cold over here. It's 68 degrees, and she can be over here at 74.
Yeah.
She can tune it however she wants and have her own little personal spot here. You got your little lighter here still. This is more storage. You got your connectors here.
Okay.
And then you got another one here. So you got an AC plug here, AC plug there. This is probably for the passenger. This is for the driver. Mm-hmm. You got 2 USBs and an aux cord here. Okay. So, and you can keep all your fine Rolex watches here and your fine gem, your jewelry.
You got
that nice velvet. It's very well done. There you go.
Oh, you ain't got what I noticed when I first got in the car.
This 8-speed?
No, this little logo.
Oh right yeah, you got to get that.
Trying to get a good
first time I seen that, the Z06.
Z06.
Where it says 650 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque.
Yeah, they actually put that right there. That's cool.
One thing about these mirrors, these are special mirrors that they make just for the Corvettes. The actual, the OnStar. The OnStar is actually inside the mirror. So usually it's an external button. These are actually set inside the mirror. So the icons for the OnStar, the SOS emergency button, and the attendant calling button are all actually part of the mirror. They're inside there. So
okay, that's pretty cool.
That's a beautiful, and like I said, it's not too big. This mirror's kind of small. It's a chopped down top, so you don't want a big old mirror. Just probably wouldn't look right. It's going to cut down some of your visibility. Can you get the heads-up display there? Can you get it?
Yeah, you can see it right.
Can you barely see it?
Yeah, you can barely see it, but you can see if I can. I don't know if y'all can see that heads-up display right there, right above the hood or right above the crease right here. But yeah, I didn't even notice that. I didn't even notice that. That's cool.
Yeah, so you got the heads-up display. It tells you, it'll have your navigation on there, your stereo settings, all that kind of stuff will be on there. If a call comes in, all that information will come on through there. It's a very interactive scenario. I mean, I think all cars should have heads-up display. Unfortunately, it's probably really expensive to do because it's not a regular windshield. You need a special windshield to go with the heads-up display. I don't think you put it on.
I'm pretty sure that look a whole lot
this is a rain.
This
is also a rain sensing. This windshield's special because it's got rain sensors on the windshield wipers too. So I've noticed whenever there's a problem with the rain sensor, you have to replace the windshield too. No, if is a windshield, you try to put an aftermarket windshield, the rain sensors won't work. So you have to have a special windshield.
So the windshield wipers come on automatically?
They'll come on automatically when they sense the rain, just like the Tahoes and the Suburbans.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know they did this.
Yeah, it's a big car. Let me put down the bag. And also show on the side there, right here. On your side, there you go.
Yeah. What is this?
This is your escape. If the power goes out somehow, we have no power. God forbid we get an accident or anything like that, and we're immobilized with power-wise with electricity. This is my manual release right here. So you just grab it here, pull it from your finger here, pull it out, pull it up, and this door will release. So, everybody's looking forward to seeing that mid-engine, but like I said, my two favorites are the Grand Sport, which is a 455 horsepower engine with the Z06 body. So you're getting the body of a Z06 without all the cost. And then the Z06, of course, has a distinctive body in this look. Like that. Goes down, sweeps up. It's pretty much like a race car.
so so the body on these is actually different from the other vehicles.
Yeah. The Stingray has a different body than this and a different engine. Now the Grand Sport, one of the reasons why people want Grand Sports because they get this body, but they get the engine, the 455 horsepower engine. So this is the 650 horsepower supercharged. It's that same motor, but it's supercharged.
Yeah.
And it's a beast.
Yeah. It is.
Not even, but it's showing me the levels. See, this is a ground view where I'm looking straight. This is looking down.
Okay.
I can kind of see what I'm looking at. See, I got a camera on both sides there.
Okay.
And then when I get up, of course, don't just stare at the camera. You gotta stare here.
Yeah,
we're in a residential area.
Yeah. That's why when I was doing that,
you're on the freeway.
When I was doing that TA right here, I didn't do nothing.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't do it.
What I can do, I'll go down off 114. I'll come back up through the freeway right here.
Hey, by the way, man, this is Clay Cooley on Carl Road. Y'all come to Clay Cooley and get your car, whether it's a Dodge, a Chevy, or a Kia. They all right next to each other, man. Y'all come over there.
We got something over there called the Autorama now. We got over 6 acres. It used to be all Chevy, but we brought over Dodge, Ram, Jeep, Chrysler, and we have Kia there now. Kia's doing really well. So we call it the Autorama now. You come in there. If you came to get a Chevy and things don't work out, you can always go over and get a Dodge or vice versa.
Yep.
But
I done bought
we
three.
have a good selection of all three.
I done bought 3 cars from this exact dealership.
All right, I'm fixing to get out the dealership.
Yes,
On the
putting it in
freeway
sport.
here. I'm in sport now. I'm gonna go to track. Notice it get a little bit louder. Yeah, when I hit track, the steering was so tight I couldn't do anything.
Yeah,
which is a good thing because it's figuring that I'm gonna be at a high speed. And you don't want flexible steering at a high speed.
Yeah.
You just want to stay in a straight line the best you can. Yeah, this bad boy.
Yeah, I fit there a bit of that.
One thing about this car is you'll have to back down before the car will back down off that accelerator. When you press it, it'll still be able to give you results. So you'll be the one to back down before the car will back down. That's for sure.
Well, yeah, we're pulling back up to the dealership. It's gonna be a wrap for this video. It's gonna be a wrap for this video. Till the next time. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, like, share, comment. If you're not new, still subscribe, like, share, comment if you haven't subscribed. But I appreciate y'all watching. Till the next time. I'm out.